Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Success with Cess, where we help you make your dreams come true. Sponsored by the Guerra Group, where we help you make your real estate dreams come true. And today's guest is none other than the world famous Steve Machann. Steve, thank you for being here.
Such a pleasure, Cess.
Man.
Especially with Success with Cess. That says it all right there.
That's right. It's every time I go to the dealership, it's success with you. So Steve is a longtime friend of mine. Works over at Westside Lexus on the Katy Freeway, and Laura and I have really worn a nice path over to Steve's office, and we are so satisfied with all of the cars that we get with you. And one of the things that always impresses me about you and the dealership is the exceptional service. So before we get into Lexus and some of the other things that we have in common, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from and a little bit about your background and how you got into the automotive industry.
Well, I've been in the automotive industry for 36 years now. I followed my dad's footsteps. It's a business I love because it's a people business. And if you're there to take care of your clients, you can make a career out of anything. And that's the most important thing. I've been with Westside Lexus for a little over 14 years. I'm one of the sales managers there. Like I said, been in the industry for 36 years. Mm-hmm. And now I'm starting to see fourth generations.
Okay.
Coming to get cars. So, that's kind of the thing that keeps you going. And, I do see retirement somewhere down the future, but, my customers won't let me. And that's a good thing.
Well, I hope not. I want to see you there for the next Lexus that I get. And you're right. When you work with your clients, when you help them and assist them through a major transaction, very much like the real estate business, you get that return, that repeat business.
And that's what it's all about. You can sell a car, but, you want to inherit that customer for a life. It's not a one-time sale.
Right.
And like I said, I love the parallel of the car business and the real estate business because we deal with the general public where they're generally concerns or our concerns.
Right.
And, it doesn't matter if you work early, you work late to take care of their needs, and all the rest of it comes out to fruition.
Yeah. And so, one of the things that really you've got to get by to Westside Lexus because they have really poured a lot of money investment into the dealership. Tell us a little bit about the transformation. What happened out there?
Boy, I tell you what, it was a transformation. We just went to a 650,000 square foot facility. The one thing I like to show clients when they come into the dealership is not so much the service. I want to show them the service side of it because that's the key. Is if we can keep you happy in service, we know that you'll keep coming back. Sales is just a byproduct of service.
Right.
And the customer service is very important at Westside Lexus. So now we're in a central location at 12,000 Katy Freeway, where we've been for 30-something years. But it's now under all one house. It's a beautiful facility. I mean, all the cars are on the showroom floor. I mean,
right.
You've been there. It looks more like an airport terminal, a nice airport terminal. But everything's right there, easy at your.
Yeah, it's amazing because I remember the service was on one of the back streets. Your lot was around the corner over off of Eldridge and everything. And so now you've got everything under one house.
Well,
under one roof.
And, people don't realize we still house 300 Lexus loaner cars. So you bring your car in for service. If you don't want to stick around, grab a car and go. You know, so that's something we've been doing for a long time. And you hear a lot of people trying to duplicate what we've been doing successfully for a very long time.
Right.
And it's all about the clients. And I always like to say I try to be a reflection of you. So that's the best part of it. My job's easy.
There's no way. So a lot of things going on with the economy right now. The automotive industry, very much like the real estate industry, is driven by the pandemic, by interest rates. What is happening in the Houston automotive industry right now?
It's amazing. I mean, the last 3 out of the last 4 months have been record months for Westside Lexus. Now, that's 30 plus years, and now you have things that are supposed to be bad, slow, and everything, and we're setting all kinds of records. Sales records, service records. People are spending money. Interest rates are driving the market, but so are lease programs, incentives. I think people are bored. They just want to get out and get something different. You know, and you've got some new product out there as well. As I was mentioning to you earlier, we've got a new Lexus convertible coming out. I'm a convertible fan, so I'll be looking hard at that one as well.
Before we talk about that convertible a little bit more, even during the pandemic, when the military was honoring the healthcare workers, we took some time and went up to the roof and we watched the flyovers.
That was a lot of fun. You know, I mean, the patriotic sense that we have, you know, is great and wonderful, and you know, can't say enough about those people behind the lines right now fighting this pandemic because, you know, it's something that we've never lived through before, and hopefully never live through again. But yeah, it's coming together. You find out who your real friends are, and that's why I really appreciate you.
Oh man, you are too kind. You're too kind. But no, you're right. The interest rates are driving consumer behavior here. And I see it in the real estate market. I mean, we've had a record July and August as well. Money is cheap. You know, the buyers for a house, essentially, you're getting a fixed cost for your home, for your overhead, for however long you stay in the house, up to 30 years.
Well, yeah, I look back when I bought my first home with good credit, it was 15.5% interest.
Oh.
You know, so
unbelievable.
And now we hear people complaining about 2 or 3% interest. You know, you go, no, folks, you haven't been where we've been. You know, and we made it.
That's right. That's right. So, for those of you that know us, we are also kindred cycling folks. So, we've spent a lot of time on the bikes, and one of the topics of success with Ces and is just a variety of things. I have great people on the show. And we have lots of different interests. And so cycling being one of our interests and putting a lot of miles in around the reservoir and whatnot. But the MS 150, I mean, just how many years have you done that now?
22.
22 years. And you're one of the top donors. I know you're always telling me stories of going on these cycling junkets all over the country.
And I don't like cycling. That's the truth to it. As you know, I've enjoyed riding with you the last several years, that camaraderie that we have on a bicycle, and everything in the world seems to go away when we're out riding bicycles.
Oh, totally.
But it's one where it's charity driven, and over the last 22 years, I've met so many wonderful people.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of them have MS, and a lot of them have been cured, and we've lost a lot.
Right.
It's just one of those that pulls at your heartstrings. So many wonderful charities that are out there, and the MS just kind of keeps calling every year.
I've kind of missed it, but is Tour de France going on now? Or?
I believe it is. I haven't watched it like I used to.
I know.
I just don't have time.
Just distracted. I think the NFL is about to kick off. I think college football's already taking place, and I'm so busy in the real estate business right now, and it's a good problem to have.
Well, it really is. Anytime you're busy is good. As long as you take time for yourself. Right. And I think, that's some of the keys to the successful people I see is you want to emulate what they do. Success breeds success. I believe that. Hard work is a big portion of it.
Totally.
And,
totally.
I'm getting to the age now where that mentality of I'm a grumpy old man. It's not so much that I'm grumpy. It's just I've seen it. And you certainly want to be coachable and encouraging to others, because no matter what you're doing, give it your best, work hard, and whether it's cycling. Like I said, I hate cycling, but I love getting out on the bike now every now and then and just taking off and going. Sense of accomplishment.
Yes, I do. Whenever I'm not with you and I'm out on my own, it's a good time for lots of thinking. Of course, I know I'm doing some good stuff for my body, and just the results. I think I've lost about 15 pounds during this pandemic.
Oh, wonderful.
But anyway, so tell us, in closing, tell us a little bit about the convertible. That you caught my attention on that.
Well, the Lexus is coming out back with the LC. We haven't had a convertible since 2015, so they've come back out with the LC 500, which is our flagship sports car, and now they've put it into a drop top. Oh. It's just fabulous. You'll see it on commercials and so forth, and it does have the ooh la la in appearance. And I will say it's priced about $115,000, And now I start to laugh because you go, that's just kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the $40,000 days,
Yeah.
50, everything's gone up, but it's amazing how affordable cars still are. There's a lot of options that you have that
Right.
make it affordable.
Right.
But yeah, it's due to hit here in about 2 weeks, so we're excited to see that car.
Okay.
That car come in.
And so, so get out to Westside Lexus and meet up with Steve. You'll be very, very impressed with that service center that you met. You can literally eat off the floor. It is so beautiful. The showroom is just sparkling. I love it. Love walking around there. And so tell the folks how to get a hold of you.
Well, the easiest way to get a hold of me is my direct line is 281-584-2227. Again, 281-584-2227. I'm one of the sales managers. If you'll contact me directly, you'll deal with me personally. We won't go through all the rigmarole. I like to say there is an easy button, and we make it easy. Again, Westside Lexus, 12,000 Katy Freeway.
And you know, Steve, that everybody gets a song here on this show on the way out. So I was thinking about you, and I picked out a song that I think you will like.
Bicycle, bicycle, I want to ride my...
How about that?
I mean, if you're going to go somewhere, Queen's the perfect place to go. That's a perfect
Queens
song.
and Bicycle. And so get out to Westside Lexus, see Steve Machann, and stay tuned for the next edition of Success with Seth, where we help you make your dreams come true, sponsored by the Guerra Group, where we help you make your real estate dreams come true. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and we'll see you next week.